Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining me here on the baseline. Hope you guys are having a great day, a great night, and a great life. So, here is the headline that's been circulating. They are cutting your retirement benefits next. So, it feels like every promise is breaking at the exact moment you need it the most. You spend decades paying into the system, watching that Social Security line on your paycheck, and you're believing it's your safety net. But then you glance at the headlines, and suddenly we're not so sure anymore that safety net will even be there when you fall. And now comes the gut punch of it all, right? The Trump administration just cracked the door open to raising the retirement age. It's not a rumor. It's not a think tank proposal gathering dust somewhere. That's the Social Security Commissioner himself, Frank Bisignano, going on Fox Business Channel and saying, quote unquote, everything is being considered. And yes, that includes the retirement age. So let's get this straight, right? Less than 2 months into the job, the man in charge of Social Security is publicly floating the idea that millions of Americans might have to work longer, retire later, and collect less. That's not a policy footnote. That's a seismic shift. So let's take a breath. Pause with me for just a moment, because raising the retirement age, it sounds harmless enough on paper, like moving a deadline at work. But in reality, it's a cut. For every single year you push retirement back, benefits drop by about 7%. Now imagine you're living on $1,500 a month. Suddenly that $100 is gone from it, gone from a budget already eaten alive by your rent, by your groceries, and your prescriptions. It's like asking someone drowning in the ocean to swim another mile before you throw them that life preserver. And the stakes, they just couldn't be bigger right now. Social Security is the backbone for over 70 million Americans. But the trustees' latest report says the trust fund will dry out by 2034. At that point, the program can only pay 79% of what it owes. That's a 21% haircut on the checks people rely on to survive. Now imagine your boss calling you. They call you in one day, one Friday, and say, hey, you're still going to get paid, but only for 4 out of the 5 days that you work. I mean, and here's what nobody really expected too, right? Because Trump campaigned on protecting Social Security. He even promised to eliminate federal taxes on the benefits. Instead, his one big beautiful bill, the standard deduction for seniors, are up to $4,000 through 2028. And it sounds generous enough, right? But it phases out for higher earners, does nothing for seniors already paying taxes. And buried in all this fine print, it slashed Medicaid and other programs similar, right? So that's like a magician handing you a crisp $20 bill with one hand while picking your pocket with the other. And since Bisignano took over, the Social Security Administration has been gutted. I mean, over 7,000 jobs eliminated, field offices are closed, phone lines are cut back, and as of April, you can't even call to apply for benefits or change your banking information. You either fight with the glitchy online portal or drive miles to one of the few offices left. Each Social Security worker now serves 1,500 beneficiaries. That is the highest ratio in 25 years. That's like expecting one bartender to handle the Super Bowl crowd. Of course, people are going to get ignored. Now, meanwhile, the administration brags about cracking down on fraud and non-citizens, investigations expanded, penalties reinstated, even audits of centenarians, right? So sure, it makes for great headlines, but solving the programs, the 22 trillion shortfall, not even close. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a broken dam. Now, let's flip this around, because while the White House flirts with raising the retirement age, Congress is already sharpening the knife. Senator Rand Paul proposing hiking it to 70, the retirement age, and raising it in 3 months each year. The Republican Study Committee, 170 lawmakers, wants modest adjustments to reflect longer life expectancies. But here's the dirty little secret. Life expectancy's gains aren't equal. Wealthy Americans are living longer, but for working class people, truckers, warehouse workers, teachers, life expectancy is actually flat or falling. Now, raising the age to 70 means millions of working people will literally die before they can collect a dime. And even if you raise the retirement age to 70, the Congressional Budget Office admits it only solves half the funding gap. The other half, more cuts or higher taxes. That's the math. No politician wants to say it, but the arithmetic, it just doesn't lie. And here's the part that just floored me. Seniors are already seeing their checks garnished for student loan debt. Under the Treasury Offset Program, the government can claw back part of your Social Security if you default, maybe on a loan you co-signed for your kid, maybe one you took out later in life. Education Secretary Linda McMahon, she even warned this, right? Missed payments mean wage garnishments, wrecked credit, and slashed retirement checks. Imagine working for 40 years, paying into a system your whole life, and then opening your mailbox at 67 to find your Social Security check has been sliced in half by student debt. That's not retirement. That's a debtor's prison with better lighting. So let's try to put it in perspective. The Roman Empire bled its citizens dry while funding wars abroad. And here we are in 2025 with Washington saying we can't cut foreign military aid, but we can make our own citizens, our own Americans work until they're 70. That's not reform. I mean, that is betrayal dressed up as fiscal responsibility. It's like watching the captain of the Titanic congratulate himself on rearranging the deck chairs while the ship takes on water. So pause with me again, because the outrage isn't just about seniors. It's about the entire social contract. Social Security has been the single most successful anti-poverty program in United States history. It pulled millions of seniors out of desperation. And now the same politicians who pose with the flag are setting it up to fail. It's like watching a firefighter brag about saving your house while secretly cutting the water supply. And don't think you're safe if you're under 50 either, because this isn't just a senior citizen issue. Every paycheck you earn is taxed for Social Security. That's money you're never going to see back. And if the retirement age rises, you'll work longer, pay more, and get less. That's not a safety net. It's an endurance test. So what do you guys think? Do I have this all right? Do I have it all wrong? Leave your comments in the section below. I reply and respond to all of them. I value your guys' opinion. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching me here on The Baseline, and we'll catch you in the next round. Okay.